Marginal product value and the complete table. Hello everyone, today we're going to start learning about a very important concept in microeconomics, the value of marginal product of labor, or VMPL for short. This is a key tool that helps a producer make smart decisions about how many workers to hire. The term might sound complicated, but it's actually quite simple once you understand it, and I'll show you step by step right now. What is the value of marginal product? Here's the idea, every marginal product has a monetary value. Let's think about it, every product a worker produces has a market price. So, we can take the quantity produced by the worker and translate it into money. How do we do that? It's very simple, we take the marginal product, that is, how many additional units the extra worker adds to total output, and multiply it by the product's price. The result is the value of the marginal product. Let's take a simple example with tomatoes. Suppose a worker produces 100 kilograms of tomatoes per month, and the market price per kilogram is 8 shekels. What is the value of his marginal product? It's 100 times 8, which equals 800 shekels. This is what we call the value of marginal product, or VMPL. How do we denote it? VMPL. The V stands for value, and MPL stands for marginal product of labor. So VMPL equals the marginal product times the price. In formula form, VMPL equals MPL times P. In our example, 100 times 8 equals 800 shekels. This means this worker produces output worth 800 shekels per month. An important point students often ask about, where do we get the price from? The market price is given to us. We don't set it. In perfect competition, the producer is small relative to the market, so he takes the price as given and cannot influence it. He can't decide to sell for more than the price because no one would buy from him, and he doesn't need to sell for less because he can sell all his quantity at the market price. Later in the course, we'll learn how market prices are determined, but for now, the price is given and we work with it. Orange orchard example, presenting the problem. Now let's move on to a detailed example that we'll work with throughout the lesson. We have an orange producer who wants to maximize his profit from an orange orchard. The data we know are, the wage for each worker is 5,000 shekels, and the market price per kilogram of oranges is 10 shekels. We'll denote these two values as W equals 5,000, wage, and P equals 10, product price. Next, we have the orchard's production function, that is, the relationship between the number of workers and output. This data is given to us, and we need to build a complete table from it that will help us decide how many workers to hire. We'll build the table column by column and explain each step. First column, number of workers and total output. The first column in the table is the number of workers, from 1 to 8. The second column is total output, denoted TP from the English total product. Total product shows how many kilograms of oranges the entire orchard produces at each employment level. The total output data are as follows. 1 worker, total output 1,200 kilograms. 2 workers, total output 2,000 kilograms. 3 workers, total output 2,600 kilograms. 4 workers, total output 3,000 kilograms. 5 workers, total output 3,200 kilograms. 6 workers, total output 3,300 kilograms. 7 workers, total output 3,350 kilograms. 8 workers, total output 3,380 kilograms. Notice that total output keeps increasing. The more workers you add, the more is produced. But look closely, the increments get smaller. From worker 1 to 2, output jumped by 800, but from worker 7 to 8, output increased by only 30. This brings us to the next column. Second column, marginal product. Marginal product, denoted MPL from marginal product of labor, shows how much each additional worker adds to total output. The calculation is simple: take the total output with the current worker and subtract the total output without that worker. Let's calculate. First worker, marginal product 1200, because from 0 to 1200, the difference is 1200. Second worker, marginal product 800, 2000 minus 1200 equals 800. Third worker, marginal product 600, 2600 minus 2000 equals 600. Fourth worker, marginal product 400, 3000 minus 2600 equals 400. Fifth worker, marginal product 200. Sixth worker, marginal product 100. Seventh worker, marginal product 50. Eighth worker, marginal product 30. Notice that marginal product decreases continuously. This is a very important point. Why? Because we are in perfect competition, and all workers are identical. So why do they produce less and less? It's not because the eighth worker is worse than the first. They're all the same. The reason is the law of diminishing marginal returns. As you add more and more units of a variable input, here, workers, to a fixed input, here, the orchard itself, the land, trees, equipment, the additional output gain gets smaller. Workers start getting crowded, interfering with each other, and there's less productive work to add. Third column, value of marginal product. Now comes the interesting column, the value of marginal product, VMPL. It's simple: marginal product times the product price. The price per kilogram of oranges is 10 shekels, so we multiply each marginal product by 10. First worker, 1200 times 10 equals 12,000 shekels. That means the first worker produces output worth 12,000 shekels. That's a lot compared to his wage of 5,000. Second worker, 800 times 10 equals 8,000 shekels. He also produces much more than his wage. Third worker, 600 times 10 equals 6,000 shekels. Still worth hiring. Fourth worker, 400 times 10 equals 4,000 shekels. Wait, here's something interesting happens: the value is already less than the wage. Fifth worker, 200 times 10 equals 2,000 shekels. Sixth worker, 100 times 10 equals 1,000 shekels. Seventh worker, 50 times 10 equals 500 shekels. Eighth worker, 30 times 10 equals 300 shekels. Notice that the value of the marginal product also decreases as more workers are added. This makes perfect sense: if marginal product falls, its monetary value falls too. The first worker is worth 12,000 shekels to us, the eighth worker only 300 shekels. An important question students ask: what's the difference between value of marginal product and revenue? The value of marginal product is the revenue generated by one single worker, the marginal worker. If you want the total revenue from all workers combined, you look at total revenue, which is total output times price. VMPL refers to one worker, total revenue refers to all workers together. Summary of the table. So here we have a complete table with 3 calculated columns: total product, TP, marginal product, MPL, and value of marginal product, VMPL. The table gives us a clear picture: as we add workers, each additional worker contributes less and less both in physical quantity and monetary value. But does that mean it's not worth hiring them? Not necessarily. To answer that question, we need to compare the value the worker produces to his cost, that is, the wage. And for that, we need to add columns for revenue, expenses, and profit. We'll do that in the next part, where we'll discover exactly how many workers the producer should hire to maximize his profit.